Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Spoken and Heard Open Mic here at Kickbutt Coffee in Austin, Texas? I'm Ernie B, and here's your host, Hot Tamale, and the lovely Lost in Thought.
Well, there's our microphone. What's up?
That guy was asking where he can leave his guitar.
In my car. I could always use a spare.
People are pretty trustworthy around here, but I would keep it nearby.
Yeah. Just in a little case.
You know, you can put it probably in the back there if you want to sit down.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard somebody say put it in.
Can that get that spray? This microphone stinks real bad.
Everybody duck. Just kidding.
Go long.
Ernie.
Nice catch.
Woo! Not only is he a talented sound engineer, he's a great left fielder. What's happening, Kickbutt? You are about to witness the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and Heard live every Sunday night at Kickbutt Coffee, Music, and Booze. That's right, this is not your average, ordinary coffee shop. We do have a full bar.
Yes, we do.
And behind the bar tonight, we have the goddess Alyssa, who will keep you fed, caffeinated, and buzzed. But nothing says, bartender, I love you, than filling her tip jar with plenty of dead presidents. See, don't make it creepy. Don't go over there and try and give her a kiss. She has mace. Don't do that.
No, she'll take you out, man.
Yeah, she'll take you down.
I've seen her jump over the bar before.
That's a scary thing to witness. You don't want to do that. So just say, I love you with a big fat 20. We can do that. And have you ordered anything today?
Not yet. I'm probably going to order one of those cheddar biscuits if they have any.
Cheddar? Wasn't it cheddar bacon?
Cheddar bacon biscuits. And probably, and Alyssa always makes me like a surprise me smoothie, which I like a lot.
A surprise me smoothie.
Make a special biscuit for you.
I know.
It's a butterscotch bacon latte with a snail. No, just
Ew.
Crushed snail.
Protein. Okay, so if you want to sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff, and dance way better than that, dear God, I swear my farts have more rhythm than you. Anyway, like I said, if you want to come up here and do your stuff, come over to Lost in Thought, me, Hot Tamale, or Ernie B behind the soundboard. Go over to Ernie B just so he can say...
I usually set up over there so I can face the crowd, but I was already set up from last night, and I feel like tearing all this crap down and moving it over there, so I just stayed back here. So
yeah, that would take another couple hours.
Yeah, and there were people already sitting over there eating and stuff, and I'd have to run cables back and forth, and I didn't want to bother everyone.
Hey, you don't want to smack them in the face with it. Ooh,
so I'll just be in the back. Uh-oh.
We've had
The first beer fatality of the night?
No, it's a topo, man.
I was going to say, the show hasn't even begun. We've already had our first casualty.
All right, security, people are getting a little too rowdy up here.
Yeah,
okay, so are we ready to start the show?
Yes.
Okay, to start the show, we have the fluff man himself. We have the human traffic cone. The man, the wonder from down under, the Pied Piper of poetry, the Mad Max of merch. Let's get ready to rumble with Tom Moon Bird.
Don't just sit there, get up on stage. We've got plenty of room up here. We need people for balloons, we need people for bubbles, we need people out of their seats up on stage. This is not your ordinary consumption festival, sir. You can't stare at us. I'm not television. This is real life. And we have bubbles and we have balloons, and they need human beings to make them really, remember human beings? I know the mask mandate is gone, but the fear mandate is still here, saying be afraid of the variants. You may not see them, but California does. Be afraid of the COVID. Be afraid of the musician not playing anything yet. So this is an invocation to every human being, if there are any in the room, to come up on stage right now, and we do mean it. Leave your seats and come on up. We have balloons, we have microphones, we have everything a human being needs. To get rid of that passive idea that there's a distance between us. To get rid of the idea that silence actually will protect you. To get rid of the idea that poetry has no place in a world that doesn't acknowledge its presence. To use them all. They're only good for human beings. And every human being in the room knows who they are because they're up here ready right now. So, Eric, sock it to them. A long time ago, you may not know that there was a kick butt before this one. That's right. Not just the academy next door, son. There was a place we all went to because the only place you can go to that is a sanctuary for human beings is a place where you find other people who look almost like you. And they too value freedom of speech and assembly, and they gather because you need to be in a place that is safe, you see. Every Sunday night, these are the only arms we need. And you can use your own. Let's leave your little throne up there on the stool, come up on the stage and be cool because it's refrigerated tonight. That's right, brave ones do. And fill those balloons up with human air because hot air will levitate you. Cool air will meditate you. And every balloon is a sign that the independent republic of human beings has got a little space tonight, a little place tonight. It's here and never will be here again in the same configuration. That's right, this is unique. This is not going to be repeated like a ritual. It's not going to be the same every week. In actual fact, I was one of those people on that screen with two other poets, one of whom came tonight from North Carolina. He's here right now. President Reggie Goodwin in the house.
In the house.
This man does poetry of power and political persuasion that actually made him in the Facebook jail. That's right. It was too strong for the medium. Imagine a human being challenging all the existent parameters and parameters. Do you have anything in your mind right now you'd like to share with the people, Richie? Of course he has. Watch this.
Later.
Later. The briefest poem you'll ever get. Just 2 little syllables. Not now. Later. But if not now, who? If not you, who's going to do this? Oh, come on. Rayla.
This is my first time back on this stage.
Yeah!
Since the pandemic, and I'm so happy to be here. By the way, this guy will get you on stage eventually. The first time I came in here a few years ago, he got me on stage. And I didn't know how to use my voice. I'd had my voice taken away from me from years and years of abuse. And to come back up here, I watched everybody come up here, and the crowd is so supportive and encouraging and beautiful here. I've seen other open mics, and there's none like this one. Eventually, I hope you all leave less as strangers and more as friends. Just from being able to share your humanity up on this stage, or to connect from the audience with something that somebody says, because it's a beautiful world, and how great is it to be in it and back with each other.
That's right, that mic's open. It's hot. It's ready. Say something. He's got something to say.
What's up, guys? My name is Chris, and I'm super happy to be out here. I used to go to open mics all the time, and I moved to Austin in the middle of the pandemic, and open mics were just a great place for me to come and listen to people be themselves, and I'm happy to be here. I'm super happy to be here.
Really good.
Hi, I'm Soju. This is my first open mic, so I'm kind of nervous. But I'm excited.
Tell Tesla I'm ready for my chip implant. I'm not talking about any vaccine conspiracy theory bullshit. I mean solder a computer chip to my nervous system so I can start my car telepathically, so I can Google internally like Lil Uzi, like Grimes, make my brain a PlayStation. 10.3 teraflops with ray tracing. Just don't plug me into this faulty grid. We're powerless enough as it is.
Yeah.
Kind of like that movie Elysium.
Yeah, very much like that. It's funny how movies, reality is ahead of the movies now. They haven't made a movie about COVID, but boy, they will, won't they? You know, I can't get over the idea that 500,000 people aren't here tonight because they're dead, you know. But you are, and that's who we're talking to. So your last chance to actually get up before your show comes is right now. So if you've got something to say, this mic is open. Come on. You were invited and you did not come.
Oh, here we go. Oh, she has second show. Go on.
That's it. Yeah.
So this is my first open mic night, and I am embarrassed as hell, but I'm not doing poetry, I'm doing writing, and are you guys ready to get your fucking minds blown? Yeah!
There's more of us. We outnumber the silent ones.
Hello. Crap. First open mic, and woo! I really have missed live stuff, and I didn't die. Yay.
She didn't die on stage either. Now this is for the living. It's a ritual that we make up every week, and now that we're all together with the masks off and our hearts on, your invitation is to grab this moment now because you'll all have a chance to be heard somehow. The difference about tonight and any other open mic is that we actually listen. And we listen to you because you're here now. And if you're not fully here yet, it may take a little while, but you'll get to relax and hear the future come through this mic. Thank you.
I got some new subs for the sound system. I'm barely even tapping them right now. Should have been here last night.
Holy shit, you know what I realized? The Airport Boulevard experience is back! Holy crap!
Yeah, see, if you were on the stage right now with Tom Moon, you are a part of the band.
You are now in the band. There's more Airport Boulevard experience
Members.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm drinking a Red Bull slushie, so I'm about to turn into a hummingbird.
Ooh, I didn't get my 5-hour.
Oh, well, you want some of my Red Bull?
No, I'll have Alyssa make me a espresso or something over there.
Honestly, I think this slushie could serve about 10 people right now.
Yeah, Sonic has these new Red Bull slushies.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it's a large.
That's what you were talking to.
All right, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up
I
next?
think there's a buzzing sound coming from somewhere.
Oh, Ernie, there's a buzzing sound coming from somewhere.
Well, don't listen to it.
Don't. Well, there you go. Good advice from the sound engineer. Go ahead.
So up next, we actually have a new voice.
Oh, Ernie, give it to me.
Oh, wait. Just a mouse.
New voice.
Oh, that's loud out here.
But yes, new voice. Let's hear it for.
Don't tell me. Tell them.
New voice. Let's hear it. First time here on the stage, we have Bread Couch.
Which is the appropriate mic to use right now, right? All right. Oh, fuck. I only have the... Well, hey, this might be a pretty quick show, huh? How are you guys doing? That shit was cool. I wish I got up here. I was too nervous, and I shouldn't have been. It looked like a fun time up there. I wish I knew some stand-up to kind of keep you guys busy, but I don't know anything at all. Yeah, hey, how about fucking airline food, right? That stuff's amazing, right? Amazing. What have y'all been up to today? You do anything fun? What about you? Mode, yeah, that's fun. Who doesn't love the smell of freshly cut grass, right? Beautiful smells. Did you guys have a fun weekend? Anybody do anything fun whatsoever? I'm hearing a lot of silence. All right, so it's pretty fun then. That's cool. All right, we'll see what's gonna happen. I only have the little lightning port thingy on my phone. Should have came prepared, lesson learned. This is my first open mic since like 2019 probably. Oh. I guess we can try that. No, I got it. Oh, never mind. Wow. Ernie! Right on, my man. Thank you, dude. All right. Yeah, so my name is Bread Couch. Bread, like the food. It's a great form of sustenance. Couch, like the furniture. This is a song called The Ancients. It's inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. If y'all fuck with that. Right here. I'm right here.
Give it up for Bread Couch. I mean, hold on. Did I? Wait, I'm not sure if I got that right. Let me look at my. Yeah, Bread Couch. I thought for a second I thought it was Bread Sofa, but no, it's Bread Couch. Give it up for Bread Couch. Yes.
It sounds like something you would get before your food gets
His
here.
name is Bread Couch.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, I just wrote that, sorry.
Lots of thought. Two things that we need to tell the audience, especially brand new performers. If you have product, CD, SoundCloud, Spotify, or another gig coming up, you want to pimp your stuff, say it while you're up here.
And your second question. Huh?
Even if it's at another venue, it's okay.
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't conflict with our show.
Yeah, we're not going to go.
No, I'm just joking.
we're not
No,
gonna-
whatever, it's fine.
Your second question you should ask me because I love my answer always.
Oh, can we cuss on stage?
Fuck Hot Tamale, I don't know.
God damn it, will you guys watch your fucking mouths?
Oh, fuck off, Ernie B.
There's children here.
God damn, what's wrong with you?
Look at all the children here.
You mad cunt. Anyway,
Oh,
lost
I miss
in
him.
thought. Who is coming up next?
Well, I'm used to seeing this guy on Streamland.
Ooh.
He's very official.
See, Reggie, it's as lame in person as it is online. You know,
It
his intros.
really is. It's still the same. But go ahead.
I'd still vote for me. Fuck y'all. So coming up next, we have Reggie Goodwin.
Goodwin 2024.
Good evening. One of the two poems that I shared on Facebook that got me put in permanent Facebook jail. Weaponizing the Eucharist. Catholic bishops and the Vatican during World War II gave cover in a Sieg Heil salute to Adolf Hitler. Google it. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops aren't the least bit interested in removing pedophiles and rapists from their ranks. Instead, they would rather shuffle them between dioceses, hide their crimes, and silence their critics. They're spending their valuable spiritual time weaponizing the Eucharist, denying it to a decent man, and by extension, his entire family, and other Catholics worldwide like him, because he supports the rights of women to choose what's done to their bodies. Especially after the forced era of rape, instead of being, in the words of George Carlin, broodmare for the state. Not that they've ever cared about the bodily autonomy of assaulted altar boys and the strange sound of crickets over aborted fetuses found under Shell Games Diocese, impregnated nuns dismissed for impropriety, and temptresses of heterosexual bishops. After Emperor Constantine had a battlefield conniption, adding a symbol of state torture, the cross, a Latin noose, to Roman shields, the Vatican potentates had a private meeting with him, establishing the never-before precedent of never taxing the churches. The way, convoluted from its focus on the poor and least of these to lining the pockets of a moneyed aristocracy, thus began an unholy marriage between church and state, bewildered masses and potentates, spiritual freedom, now narcotic, Karl Marx's opiate of the people, prophetic, unabated by Magna Carta, political evolution, or U.S. Constitution, controlled by those who are the gatekeepers of information, owning technology from quill pen to internet, the boondoggle extended after the Protestant Reformation to every religious entity with a 501c3. Corporations have been people since the passage of the 14th Amendment, and robber barons and their lawyers finagled it. Billionaires consider their businesses cathedrals. Besides their stolen wealth, it's the only thing they believe in. Amazon and Southern Baptists are tax exempt. One supported slavery, apologizing last century finally for it. The other anti-union scuttling efforts in Alabama at worker organizations, subjecting them to harsh, unsafe work conditions, workers literally needing a pot to piss in, drivers relieving themselves in bottles and buckets, as he rides a spaceship on a narcissist joyride, self-publishing his escapade in the Washington Post, shell-gaming his wealth in overseas tax havens, as the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops weaponized the Eucharist against those who believe in the bodily autonomy of women and altar boys that grow up to be damaged men. With all this political action, don't you think it's high time we started taxing the churches and, by logical extension, its corporate equivalent? Besides, 1 square meter of the Vatican can end world poverty. Jesus rode into town on a donkey, not Learjets, Mercedes, or Lamborghinis. And I think Bezos, with spaceships, $500 million yachts, and a spare for the helicopter, can fix a few potholes on Earth and aptly pay for it.
All right, give it up for Reggie Goodwin.
So good to see him in person.
Goodwin 2024, the future Mr. President. We're still hoping. We're still hoping if Birdman can show up with those embezzled presidential campaign funds.
Oh.
What happened?
They went
I think maybe he went and bought himself his own thongs.
I forgot to put my camera up. So I'm using camera 3 over there, and I got a tight zoom all the way back here, and I got picture-in-picture, so I'm on the upper screen. You guys can't see that, none of that,
Yeah.
but I can.
But the people behind you are going, dude.
Yeah, see, they're making rabbit ears behind me and stuff.
All right. Oh, wait. And I forgot to mention the drink specials.
Drink specials.
Mimosas and Bloody Marys, $4.25. Get your antioxidants and your booze at the same time.
What is an antioxidant? Is that? It sounds like
That's
a legal
the
term.
ACE, the ones that hit the oxidants.
Like when you get in a minor car accident.
Not that.
I'll be here all week.
All righty. Lost in thought. Who is coming up next?
Another new voice.
Oh. New voice!
The air is ripe with new voice freshness.
We're all aglow and a quiver.
You heard her earlier as a part of the Airport Boulevard Experience Revival. Coming up next, we
Mach
have...
2.
Yes, Mach 2. We have Jenna Madden.
All right, so I have 2 pieces prepared. I might not have enough time for all of it, but one of them is the first part of a story I'm telling. But either way, I'll just stop talking and get into it because this is cutting into valuable time. Back when the world was hot, when fire and lightning ruled the earth and primordial monsters roamed the wasteland, a star opened its eyes, and then there was nothing. I'll let you in on a little secret. Houses are actually living creatures with minds of their own, who, upon being entered or lived in, join into a symbiotic relationship with those within them. I know it sounds insane, but just listen, man, and it'll all start making sense. They provide shelter to the humans, protection from the winds and cold and rain, and in return, the house survives on the thoughts of its inhabitants, gradually taking on their form. The humans will spend thousands to keep it healthy, repairing it when something breaks, killing all its parasites, and protecting it from termites and healing its skin with paint. When the house gets injured, they fix it. When the house is in danger, the people keep it safe. And it continues to feast. It lives on their thoughts and on their dreams, their interests and personalities. You ever seen a crack house? That's what they look like when they starve. Broken people with broken minds, broken windows and facades. A once thriving apartment now living on the frenzied visions of those who've failed, trying to form itself around a psyche fractured by the cure to self-hate. Poisoned by second-hand smoking and delusions of grandeur, its body withers away till the cops show up and it's left with nothing. You live in one, right? Not a crack house, just a regular one, I mean. It's taken on your form whether you realize it or not. I assume most of you like music, so I assume there's posters on the walls. You love the color blue, so that's the color of its skin. When you're depressed, the house is too. Clothes start piling up, it grows dust and mold, and its eyes stay closed for longer than they should. And that just makes everything worse, doesn't it? When your house is sad, it makes you sadder. When your house is angry, you get pissed off. The house feeds the humans too. It influences them. You've been inside a church? Just being around one makes you think that maybe there's a God. That's because the people in it, they truly believe. The crosses on the walls and that gorgeous stained glass, that's what happens when a building's left to prosper. It grows into this beautiful, glorious beast with enough psychic power to influence the thoughts of anyone who enters. It accrues so much power from the prayers and sermons and songs that it becomes a holy place itself, almost like a little shard of God embedded in the earth. And it doesn't matter which God, mind you. You'll get this feeling from anywhere but cults. All that matters is that the people in it believe. And then the second one, in case I still have enough time for that. Once upon a time, there was a crystal sky. Under this brilliance, existence flourished, a perpetual renaissance with the mind and the hand making bounds across the timeline. Emerald towers stand in the distance, made blurry from the mist. Yet lo, a slash in the fog brings vision to the masses, the glory of its eyes, the radiance of perfection, the beauty of the flames here's all. And then The crystal shatters, and Mania begins to sing. By the time the song is over, everybody's dead. 2 eternities later, existence starts anew. This is where the story begins. Names. Evan/Russell/Mark/Walter. Walter is sitting in a dying armchair in a cheap studio apartment that looks like shredded paper, waiting for a call that should have come in 15 minutes ago. His right leg sits anxiously on or over his left thigh's kneecap, and although he should be thumping his right foot against the air, he doesn't. His left hand rubs his right arm quickly but idly, and he starts picking at his skin. The year is currently unknown, but the time is 11:45. AM, not PM. Like a radio, goddamn motherfucker, plays every single channel but still refuses to ring. He has a bug bite somewhere on the middle of his arm between his elbow and his wrist. It remains unscathed for the time being, but the underside of the knuckle, what's the word for it? Brushes over it, the bug bite, very many times as a side effect of his hand's God-given quest to rub itself up and down his arm as many times as possible before Mark/Evan/Russell/Walter notices said hand and gets himself to stop. Now keep in mind that this is foreshadowing, or a metaphor, whichever you prefer, for the story as a whole and how everything he knows can be taken away from him with nothing as much as a huh. His clock tick and his heartbeat hide behind the walls, unseen beneath a blanket of background city noise. The window lets in a hungry, rusted sunlight, looking for something it can use to stay alive, but alas, the crumpled dollar on the floor slips out of its grasp. The air is old and stale, made no better by the lifeless fan beside his desk, and in the sound of black and white, a grainy jazz trumpet starts to play a slow cantina tune. Keep this song in mind as the room reveals itself through a moment stopped in time. Let it play in your head, but make sure it fits the mood. You hear me? Walter is not anxious, but he is irritated. His hair is black, and his eyes are brown.
Let's hear it for Jenna Madden.
I could tell she's got the fever now. I swear, as soon as she left the stage, she was like, I was like, yeah, that's it.
Plus, she has like a really, I just noticed, is that like a cut-off sleeve that you have? Yeah. I just noticed that. And it was like, it takes me back to one of my friends that had this, like, that had these really cool cut-off sleeves.
Is that the cold shoulder thing going on? Okay. I don't either because I'm barely girly. All my friends are guys, so.
She's got the fever.
Yes.
She's got the fever, and the only cure is kick butt coffee.
Oh, God. Okay, Chris.
All right, lost in thought. Who is coming up next?
Coming up next. I think he premiered last week.
Oh, okay.
I remember his performance being
Tell them, not
I remember
me.
his performance being kind of phenomenal.
Kind of phenomenal.
How can he be kind of phenomenal?
Okay.
It was just kind of phenomenal.
Let me
That's
back.
that. Doesn't make sense. That's like a double negative.
His performance was phenomenal.
Okay, there.
Thank you. That's better.
But let's hear it for Luis.
That's me on the trombone. Okay, no, it's not. I know. Huh? Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Yeah, I say that every week and nobody catches on.
Remember how we did it last time? Yeah, power. No, thank you, man. As he's setting that up, I just wanted to inform you guys about the song that I'm gonna be playing first. So this song was written by a 15-year-old Mexican girl in 1940. Her name's Consuelo Velasquez, and it's regarded one of the most romantic songs of the 20th century. And it's about her first kiss, which she had not received until that point. So I just want to mention that because a lot of people think that young love does not exist. That when you fall in love when you're young, it doesn't really count. But she made it happen, and we all fall for that song that she created back in 1940. So yeah, true love, it can start at any age, at any time. It can always happen. This song is called Bésame Mucho. See if it works. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho. Que tengo miedo a perderte después. Thank you. I love that song so much. And I'm sorry I didn't get to warm up before I came here, so I'm a little rusty. This next song, I know you really enjoyed it last time. You liked the solo. I did practice it last week after I came, so I'm going to replay it. And I know that there weren't many people hearing it last week, so maybe more people will enjoy this time. All right?
written by a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I did not know that either.
I was standing there and I was watching him play, and I thank you. And I kept thinking in my head, it's like one of those emotional moments you see just before they hit the golden buzzard, and it's like, if anyone's ever.
Okay. I was
like
about to go, dude, no. Sorry, I was raised on the Gong
You're thinking
Show.
Gong
my bad.
Show? No.
Yeah.
No!
Stop!
No! America's Got Talent.
I was raised on the Gong Show. My bad. Yes, I am that
Yeah,
old.
we are that old.
Yes.
But no, I can totally picture something like that on AGT. Yes.
And Eagles will always have a special place in my heart because ever since all this quarantine crap started, me and Ernie, we always, my Saturday nights, we always karaoke in front of his workstation.
At home.
At home.
Like at home studio with
he just plugs
with
in the
two
mics
350-watt studio monitors, so it gets plenty loud.
and a YouTube.
And the YouTube?
Because we used to do that
A YouTube video.
before COVID. Like after we would finish this show, we'd go to karaoke bars and
Yeah, we go to Canary Roost or something.
but it's actually more fun at home because we can just keep singing. You go to the karaoke bar, you got to wait for like 45 minutes before you can go up and sing one song.
Keep singing and keep drinking.
Yeah. Now at home, well, there's a bottle of whiskey waiting for me there.
Yeah. There you
So when the clock's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's
go.
like
Last
okay.
call is 8:30 in the morning. All
I
right.
think no, at that point I'm trying to say, John, I could do one more. She's like, no, you can't.
No, you can't go to bed.
The whiskey said I could.
Yeah, no, seriously,
Yeah.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, there is no cover for this amazing quality entertainment.
It's
tonight.
free.
But buy something from the bar and support your open mic.
But it does cost $5 to walk out.
It sounded like you
unless
said it.
unless you stay for the entire show. If you leave early, you got to pay $5.
$500.
It's free to come in, but it costs $5 to
It
leave.
sounded like you said it costs 5 hours to leave.
Well, that's what it kind of feels like sitting through the show. Especially when you're improvising, but no.
Alrighty, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
Up next, I did not tell this person they're up next because actually,
Bad host.
I'm not that person. I know who's coming up next actually because I did tell them. Yes,
Make up your mind.
Bad host. And she's sitting here, hopefully appreciating my very awkward introduction of her, but she's not. Coming up next, we have the incredibly talented, and coming to be one of my favorite comedians, Miss Allie Bell.
Woo! Allie Bell.
Hey guys. So, the material I'm about to present to you has made various groups of people very uncomfortable. Yeah, so I just wanted to, I've reworked it a little bit. I think it's more funny than cringeworthy, but I am going to be using some sexual metaphors. I'm going to be talking about harassing my dentist, so I just wanted to give you a heads up. Everyone's okay. No one was permanently hurt. And I just, bear with me because I'm trying to make it better. Okay. Here we go. I recently had to quit smoking weed. Yeah. My dentist is very hot, like an unprofessional level of hot. I like it a little bit too much when he puts his fingers in my mouth. In my defense, he dimmed the lights, gave me a neck massage, and sang me a Russian lullaby the last time I had a root canal. So he's asking for it, I think, a little bit. Anyway, the last time I had the pleasure of sitting in my hot dentist chair, he told me I was ruining my teeth by smoking weed. Yeah. Several other dentists have expressed this to me, but none of them really fill out a shirt the way Dentist Daddy does, so I heard him better. It's fun to be a naughty lady, okay? You gotta live. My older sister, the opposite of naughty lady, she bakes a lot of muffins, she has a daughter, she wears a lot of collared shirts. She helps homeless veterans find housing. I'm a patent paralegal. I help corporations crush inventors' dreams on a daily basis. But it gave me the health insurance that let me meet Dentist Daddy, so I'm kind of okay with it. We all have our priorities. Working for soulless attorneys has made me goal-oriented and a little bit vengeful. Yeah, my boss demanded that I photocopy an entire textbook before I had lunch. I taught her daughter how to take the parental controls off of YouTube. Enjoy those therapy bills, Roberta. Yeah, she's gonna see some stuff. My coworker Nancy ate my last yogurt. I cut several small holes in her umbrella. Hope you like the rain, Nancy. A capital partner, my boss's boss, grabbed my butt in the copy room. I fucked a district attorney up his butt with a strap on. Yeah, being inside of that district attorney is the most American I've ever felt. Yeah, it was like finally my tax dollars were working for me. Voting's important, but if you want to feel fully a part of this great democracy, you got to perform a sex act on a local politician. Spank a state senator, gag on a governor, peg a school board president. You guys get what I mean. You got to get out there and make this the America our grandparents dreamed of. I applied for a copywriting job at the Get Out the Vote campaign. Not sure why I haven't heard back. All right, I'm Allie Bell. Thank you, guys.
Let's hear it for Allie Bell. Okay, so Miss Allie Bell, your quip about the dentist made me think of the Golden Girls because there was actually an episode of the Golden Girls where Rose went through that, and then your quip about shoving something up a senator's ass makes me think of Wes Craven's Wishmaster, or Wishmaster 2. I can't remember which one, but because it was like an evil genie running around granting wishes, and he was like, I was like, I wish you go fuck yourself, and then his lawyer actually did that. So yeah.
She highly recommends it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That was your pop culture speed trivia for the evening.
By the way, there are no children here, are there? Well, one time we kind of went off on a rant like that, and then we realized there were children in the audience, like little kids. Like,
Yeah. Somebody came in with their kids, and we had just gone off about glory holes and cock rings, and I was like,
"You're the one that tossed."
That was me. Okay, but that was my fault because Tom had just brought me a goodie bag from Cindy's.
It's like, here you go, kids.
So I was like, "Oh look, cock-shaped lollipops, yeah!" And then 10-year-old, I'm like,
"Oops."
Maybe they're already in
so
health
sorry.
class, Mommy.
What?
Maybe they're already in health class.
What?
Exactly. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan will be my interpreter tonight.
Yeah, you need an interpreter.
What God?
Yeah, but at the same time, he'll come up to me during an act and go, and so if you ever see me grabbing him by the shirt and yanking him outside, it's because I didn't understand a damn thing he said.
It's like he either talks at full voice or air. There's no, he can't talk softly.
Dude, there is such thing as a stage whisper. I mean, I can hear Ernie B talking to me in a loud punk show and I'm wearing earplugs. He'll go, check this guy out. And I can hear him. But this guy.
And your ear just gets all wet. Like, well,
gross.
Yeah.
All right, lost in thought. Who's coming up next?
Actually, I think I know who's coming up next because I think she's standing right by the stage.
Is it a new voice?
Yes, it is a new voice.
Ooh, give it to me, Ernie B. New voice!
Let's hear it for Katie Felton.
Okay, Belton with your action sports here on Channel 7 News. That's what that sounds like.
I really enjoyed that introduction. Maybe I should switch my hobbies into amateur newscasting. I don't know. I am old enough to know what glory holes are. I know I have this young-looking face. People often tell me I look younger than my age. I'm 32. But everybody always tells me you look younger than your age, which gets really annoying. Because I do have a mirror, so I know what I look like. You don't have to tell me unless you work for How to Catch a Predator. Yeah. I think I'd make a really good decoy for that show, so if you know somebody. I'm single, so I go on a lot of dates because that's how you become unsingle. And I hate dating. It's like super awkward. The number one question I always get asked is, what's the worst date you've ever been on? Which I hate answering because for two reasons. One, I know guys are really competitive, so I'm always afraid they're vying for that number one spot. Two, usually the guy's worst date is that the girl like looked different than her pictures, like maybe she put on a few pounds or something. And for comparison, my worst date is that upon immediately like introducing ourselves, he said that he doesn't pay for girls on the first date because he used to spend like $60 on these girls and not get laid. So I was like, cool. So financial bribery and fun personality are two things we can cross out the list for reasons how you're getting puss. So I immediately became a douche detective and was like, I have to investigate how this guy is getting laid. So I went on with the date, and he later revealed to me that he doesn't think that Sandy Hook ever happened. Yeah. And our government, like we have a shadow government run by lizard people. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's why girls are looking a little beefier than their pictures on these dating sites, is because we have to eat our feelings after going on dates with these types of guys. Yeah. I have learned my lesson, though, and I feel like I am like a ransom person, and I just like stick a newspaper and take a selfie of myself to update my dating profile all the time because I don't want to be accused of catfishing. So we're in a social movement to take down statues, which I'm really all here for. But it just makes me think that, like, if guys could give birth, there would be so many more statues that we might have to possibly take down because men really love to memorialize any accomplishment they make, mostly in bronze. And, I mean, for example, like, Rocky isn't a real person, and they were just like, oh, he ran upstairs to cool music. Let's bronze him up. So, I'm into mystical shit. So, like, Danger, Shake Your Ass. That joke's just for me and the 2000s hip-hop people. But I really am into, like, white girl mystical shit. So, like, astrology and saging and all that jazz. And so, of course, as the new year came, I went to a tarot card reader to see what my future held. And I just asked about love and life and work. And after pulling my card, she says that for love, I'm not going to find my person on the apps. For work, I need to be more confident and self-assured. And for life, I'm most grounded when I'm in nature. So I've been taking her advice, and I'm going on what I call nature walks, which is I take a walk around my block and take in like the beauty of the trees and the flowers. And then I stand very confidently on the corner, and I've been getting a lot more male attention that way, I will say. So, I'll leave you with this one. So I have actually been propositioned or thought of as a real sex worker. When I first moved to Austin, I moved from New York, so I didn't have a car there, so I didn't have a car here. So I was taking the bus. And one morning, as I was walking to the bus stop for work, a man was driving, and he went past me and then came back into the parking lot I was walking past. And we made eye contact, and he pointed down. And I was like, oh, no, sir. I am not the lady you are looking for at this moment. And so he swiftly drove away. But I get a lot of my validation from outside sources, so it made me feel really good that he thought I could be a daytime sex worker. So, thank you so much.
Where is Lost in Thought? There he is.
Right here.
I was thinking about what she said about the bronze statues and stuff. And I've seen you've probably seen this meme out there. They should replace all the bronze statues of Columbus with bronze statues of Columbo.
Okay, everybody look at Ernie B. Ernie B, do your Columbo impression. You got to take off your glasses.
Just one more thing, ma'am. It's hard to do that. You got to cross one eye. Just one more thing. One more thing.
You really got to. You got to kind of go like that, and that really hurts.
You ever notice though? He always agrees with the person who committed the crime, and he lets them think they're about to get away with it. And he's walking out the door, and then he turns around. Just one more thing, and then he nails them.
And then he just hangs them right there.
Yep.
All right, don't forget about the drink specials. Mimosas and Bloody Marys, $4.25. They're very delicious. My favorite is the Bloody Mary. It's going to go without saying. And it's not Tabasco, it's Sriracha. So if you're having sinus problems, boop, they'll be cleared right up. Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
So this will be a bad host moment because I got here a little late.
Well, yeah, and it was my fault because he.
Well, I did text him if you needed a ride. And
I did.
Actually, that was my phone's fault. For some reason, her call didn't go through.
And see, what Lost in Thought likes to do, and I've looked at his list, and it's so cute. He will actually kind of put visual cues of each artist, so like black shirt, red headband, something like that. So
asshole. Of course, nobody here.
And then I had listed everybody. So after every artist, he's like, okay, who's this person? I'm like, oh God, I don't know. I've got Nat members like, okay, what?
So I did not cue them, so I apologize in advance. So I'm just going to do the is he here thing, which I'm sure he probably is. But Mark Shell.
Snell.
See, that's why. That's why I should have come here on time.
That was my crummy printing. Sorry.
Yes. No.
Don't worry. I saw Anderson Cooper butcher some names on TV yesterday.
But my apologies. Mark Snell, who is actually a new voice, I believe.
Who is actually Ernie B. Who is actually a new voice.
Damn, that's loud.
And that was just me naturally.
Do you have a pickup on that guitar? No?
May not need a pickup. Can you hear that? So I'm from Indiana. Why? Well, I was born there, that's why. And I've chosen to remain there because the cost of living is quite amazing. So I live in a town called South Bend.
Been there.
Which is where Pete Buttigieg is from. If you know Pete Buttigieg, you know he's going to be the Secretary of Transportation. Or he is. And if he would have $2 billion to work with, it would be really pretty nice. So, I started this song about a year ago because I came down here to watch my grandchildren because my daughter said, Dad, COVID's killing us with kids at home, and we're trying to work from home, and they just couldn't do it. So I was down here for 6 weeks last summer. I came down here to visit this year, and for many, many reasons, I'll be here until August. So I said, I'm going to find some places I can play. And I'm glad I found this place for sure. This is very, 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 very nice. So I'm going to play one song right now. And it's going to go for about 7 minutes. All right? So again, I started this song last year on the way down here. And it's taken a few turns since then. So it basically took me a year to kind of finish it. Anybody who's a songwriter here or a poet or a storyteller knows that sometimes things come out quickly and it's done, and then other times you have to craft it. So I feel like I crafted this song, and it is this song. Can't stay for an hour, but I could stay for a day. All I need is a little bit of comfort on my way to Texas. On my way to Texas. Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Missouri, and Mississippi. All these little small towns remind me what we lost with factory farming, homogeneity, and conglomerate America. I saw it all on my way to Texas. Driving through Waller County, I heard about Sandra Bland. Pulled over for a traffic violation by the man. She was uncooperative, wouldn't put out a cigarette. She would not obey that stupid command. Took her to jail, hung herself, they say. She was female and black. She was driving through Texas, driving through Texas. Just driving through Texas. This is a grand land, wasn't made for Sandra Bland, black and female. The man put her in jail. This land, this nation, built for the white man, built by the black man, wasn't made for Sandra Bland. All across this nation, people are saying this land is made for black and Asian, brown man and native people, Pacific Island. This land is our land. It's not just for the white man. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Missouri, Mississippi. All these little small towns remind me what lost with factory farming, homogeneity, and conglomerate America. I saw it all on my way to Texas. Thanks a lot.
Let's see how long it takes Lost in Thought to fix the microphone back the way it was.
Yep. Let's hear it from Mark Snell.
From South Bend, Indiana. I spent some time there. I was on tour, and we had a couple of nights stay there at a little hotel right off the freeway.
Night, Jenna.
Hey, where's my $5?
Oh, wait. If you, I also want to make a quick announcement. If you want to show your appreciation to your sound engineer, just go over to the bar and ask for half an Ernie B, which is basically a Bud Light and a shot of whiskey. Ooh. Ernie B,
or one or the other.
If you ask for a full Ernie B, that's 2 shots of whiskey and 2 Bud Lights because he doesn't like to get up a lot.
Well, it saves me from having to go back to the bar back and forth, you know. But you can't take too long because nobody wants to drink a warm Bud Light. Not many people like to drink Bud Light, period. But, you know.
No, this is true.
That's what the whiskey's for.
I can always measure how hard my week has been when that first beer just goes down like a distilled water. I'm like, fuck yeah. And I don't even like beer. What does that tell you? Okay. Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
So I'm thinking I definitely have the best luck because I just came up to the person. I said, "What's your name?" And he just happened to be who's next. And then I came up with the next person after that happened to be the person that came up after him. I was like,
yay.
Karma is good sometimes.
Karma? That's not karma. That's luck.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're like the whitest boy from Florida. All right. So, Lost in Thought. Come on, bring him up. Come on.
I think is he a new voice? Are you a new voice?
Oh wait. You got to go back. Oh, okay. Oh wait. So I'm gonna have to incorporate.
New voice.
No, I'm gonna incorporate.
Too bad.
No, I'm going to do it. Say
you snooze, you lose.
No. This is my bit. New voice! And that's without the effect. Okay. Introduce.
Let's hear it for Chris.
Chris. Ernie, I don't think I need the effect anymore.
Sorry about that. I've got to set up something real quick. All right, I'm going to try to do a looper pedal thing.
Make some noise, people. Come on. It's like a library in here. He's playing a reissue Fender Jaguar with humbucking pickups. The original Jaguar did not come with humbucking pickups.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming out. First time here, and I've been playing this in my bedroom for a year in a quarantine. I'll see how it sounds. Screwed up on the first loop. Facebook, by Instagram. Unidentified flying object version land. Merger, acquisitions, and robotic hands. Facebook, bot, Instagram, instant. Thank you for bearing with me on the looper pedal. I don't know. It's a lot different from being at home. You know?
Well, what happened? We didn't notice a thing.
Is there one more? Can I do one more?
Yeah,
like 2 minute song?
And that's when he says, okay, I'm going to pull out my 17-minute version of Love Me Do.
Spewing forth with the seeds alive, like a spindly frond on the seafloor. Billions and billions of tiny fragile eyes, they are fun, fun inside my mind. Out of nothing good, into something out of nothing good, into something. Oak trees, well, they grow for a long time behind your eye. Billions and billions of tiny fragile eyes, they're really fun, fun inside my mind. Out of nothing, into something. All right, thank you. Can't do these loops, man. I can't do these loops.
Let's hear it for Chris.
That was the shortest 17-minute version of Love Me Do I've ever heard.
I was going to say the 17-minute version of Tequila. Okay.
No, you would be real fun, the 17-minute version of Wooly Bully. Now that's a party.
All right. Lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
You know, there was a movie with Rick Moranis and called Bully. Had that used that term. No, Big Bully. Anyway, coming up next, I think he is also a new voice. Right?
Shiny and new. Okay, now, Hot Tamale, I'm going to turn your mic down. No, you know what happens is, like, I have a soft-spoken poet up there.
Bye, guys.
And I'll turn the microphone up, and I forget to turn it back down,
Okay,
and
well,
then you do
I
that.
noticed some people are covering their ears.
Hey,
so
$10, y'all. It's two of you. $10, $5 each.
I noticed some people are covering their ears, so I'll just go soft.
No, I turned it back down. Do your thing. Don't let the audience squelch your artistic, voice. Yeah. They're adults.
New voice.
See?
That's right. Don't let a few things like burst eardrums get in the way of your artistic vision.
Like, oh my God, it's blood.
It's a good kind of pain.
Oh.
That is pretty loud, though.
What did you do?
Stylus. So, coming up next, we have Jason Daniels.
Okay, wait, stop. He played one note right there before he was coming up on stage, and it immediately made me think of the intro to Too Late for Love by Def Leppard. Just the one note, like, I can name that tune in one note, and I know that wasn't it.
Do you have a plug on that guitar? Is there a jack for your guitar? Okay, hold on, because there's a couple of chords. Get the one with the white end on it, the chord on the floor that has the white end. You see it laying there somewhere? There you go. That'll work.
This one? For electric or for acoustic? Electric acoustic? Either one? Certainly has sound. Well, I believe I heard the our host sound. She mentioned something about the pandemic and saying we're back. It certainly does feel that places are starting to liven up again and places are opening up, and this. All right, I'll try to speak up and get closer to the mic. And anyway, I would imagine quite a few are excited to get out and about and performing, and this song's kind of about that, is why I bring it up, and it's one of my originals called Something for You. Woke up this morning with a true-hearted feeling that I've worked all these years for something real, and I won't quit fighting, 'cause the pain's still through my veins. I'll kill for the worth of you. 'Cause when I close my eyes, there's something for you, and when I hold my pride, there's something for you, and when I get real high, there's something for you. 'Cause when it all falls down, there's always something for you. Something for you. I could build 1,000 houses for the likes of you. I could tear down more for nothing true. I could give hope to millions if it helps us through. When times are hard, 'cause I'll always love. When I close my eyes, there's something for you, and when I hold my pride, there's something for you, and when I get real high, there's something for you. 'Cause when it all falls down, there's always something for you. Something for you, something for you, something for you is something true. Something for you, something for you, something for you is something true. Something for you, something for you, something for you, something real. Something for you, something for you, something for you. Something real, something for you, something for you, something for you, something true, something for you, something for you, something for you, is something true. 'Cause when I close my eyes, there's always something for you. I got a little bit of shaking going on because I've been practicing quite a bit during the pandemic and before, and this is literally my start in Austin, getting on stage, and feels a very awesome place to do it, and do appreciate what y'all got going on, and plan to do
You're
more.
trembling. We like it when you tremble.
I sure appreciate it when I get over it. I'll do another original after I do one that's tuned at this level. I'll do this is cover
Sure, some of y'all have heard this one. Sure, appreciate that applause. As mentioned, I'm going to do another original. Okay, 2 songs is it. Have a great night. This one I heard 3 before. Somebody, excuse me.
Let's hear it for Jason Daniels. Woo! Man, that second song took me back.
That was Kryptonite, man.
Yes, well, I know.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't know who Stevie Ray Vaughan was. Don't give me no attitude. He didn't. We were talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan like
He really didn't.
10 years ago, and he's like, who's Stevie Ray Vaughan? And the whole crowd just went, oh.
Anyway.
You're never going to live that down.
Okay.
That
Not in this
song,
sound.
that song I said took me back.
Okay, lost of thought. Who's coming up next?
It is a good song.
Oh,
It is.
Ernie B, PSA.
Buy, purchase, consume, enjoy. Yeah, I don't hear the cash register over there jingling and jangling. Alyssa looks bored.
Do cash registers still jingle?
Remember when they had the buttons, the like little levers, and it had the numbers that would punch up.
Yeah, that was.
And they'd make all kinds of racket.
That was when shit had price tags on it. You'd literally have to like type out the number.
That makes you think of the show.
That
makes you think of the show. Are You Being Served? Also makes me think of that movie with Dolly Parton called 9 to 5.
I never saw that movie.
I like the song.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Anyway.
Yeah, everybody starts singing.
They do. All right, so coming up next, this is a person that I have in queue because I don't know if they're still in the room, and unfortunately they arrived when I wasn't here. But I'm just gonna do the one name thing because that's who I'm by. But James.
James? There's James.
James.
There's James. Okay.
James. Everyone meet James.
Give it up for James.
James is grabbing a chair. Fortunately, we have plenty of chair available. See what kind of guitar he pulls out of that case. Looks like it's a Ibanez. Does it have a plug on it?
I can plug into a DI box. I have a 1/4 inch on my.
Okay, there's the cord right there, the one with the white end on the floor there.
Okay. The pickup has a a cord that's 1/4 inch. I know, right? Keeps it out of the way.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was people up there too, upstairs in the dark up there. Wow. Okay. This goes out to people upstairs too.
Hello. Can everybody hear me? Hi. Thank y'all for having me. My name is James. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to do covers for you guys tonight. And thank you. Really appreciate it.
All right, mighty fine, mighty fine. Pretty that one was. Yeah, that was a pretty song.
Man, am I glad I did not miss him. So give it up for James.
Yes, and yeah, I noticed he was here like even before we started the show. And thanks for waiting. That was awesome.
That was beautiful.
He started with
D,
and then he broke into some Steve Vai.
Yes, and then Wish You Were Here.
Well, before that there was another piece in between that too, but very good. Very good and difficult too. Especially those first couple of acoustic.
Especially with D. As soon as the first few notes, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's one of my." That's one. You know how I learned that song? Ernie B played me the outtakes. The oops. There's a jet.
He'd make a real sour note, and he'd be like,
"So sis,
oops."
What are you saying about that long list now?
All right, already. Jeez, I'm showing my appreciation because that's a really beautiful song.
It is,
and it's hard. Okay,
but yes, awesome, James. But coming up next, we have another new voice.
Another new voice.
Let's hear it for Sojo.
Thanks for coming, Indiana. I forgot his name. Is the volume up on the guitar?
Yes, it is. I don't know.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Strum the strings a little bit.
That last guy unplugged the cord from that box. Is that plugged in yet?
Okay, so obviously I don't know completely what I'm doing, but it's fine. Yeah, but so today I have 2 originals that I wrote. The first one is called Shackle It In. Hopefully I can play this. Skin, goosebumps of loneliness, feeling deep down inside. Ring it around your finger tight, chocolate in your heart. Tear it apart, look the bar. Nose lined up straight, they're falling now. It's too late. Come back up again before they see the mess you've made temporarily. Chocolate in your heart, tear it apart, look the bar. Around is the past, the future is coming now and too fast. Toppling by 4s and 5s, looking at me with their beady eyes. Chocolate in your heart, tear it apart, look the bar. your skin, goosebumps of loneliness. You let deep down inside, ring it around your finger tight. You put it in your heart, tear it apart with the bone. Okay, this one's called Brief Time. Hopefully I don't crack the first note. Where could you be known? How can someone stretch time while also making sure it's like a sunset while I'm falling for a camera, it just goes away. But who acted as the wind in the sky to mess with the people below? Sometimes it would be kind to let someone I care about stay for a brief time. I thought the world would comfort me, that I could watch the flowers as they grew. But then the mist ended, and I was surrounded by a white light. Oh, no outlines where I could pretend. Once more I lost, and no more you, no more me. For a brief time I thought the world would comfort me. Now I have to keep on walking. Da, da, oh, now I have to keep on walking.
All right, give it up for Sojo.
I like the little. I like the little ear things she had on. The little clips. I don't know what they are. Ear cuffs.
It was very Lord of the Rings.
Ear cuffs. No, it's very cosplay, very anime looking.
Very Rivendell.
Very Riverdale.
I went there. Okay. Lost in
No,
thought.
they're
Who
cute.
is coming-
I like them.
So up next, man. Wow, this person coming up next, I
Incredible.
have not seen in person for over a year.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Let's hear it, everyone, for Ryan.
Okay, so I'll have to give a little more background than I thought because there's a lot of people that I don't know me. So normally I do like slam or I do rap or I do like page poetry, but every once in a while I just kind of rant, and I feel like it's time to rant probably. Background about me also, I was the beverage director and a sommelier at a restaurant that is no longer here because of COVID. And I wanted to stay in wine industry, but I didn't feel safe in service industry, so I'm in retail for the time being. And went from something pretty specific to something that's more like seeing what the general public is kind of drinking. And it's like a little bit horrifying, but there's a couple things that I wanted to kind of like address that I feel like are misconceptions. Maybe it's going to be a blog or a vlog. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So first thing is about still rosé. And I feel like that's pretty much the most versatile thing you can put on the table. If it's like 4 people, maybe a restaurant setting, but everybody's getting pretty different stuff. Like it's neutral and it's fresh. Everybody should be drinking still rosé. But I feel like in our culture, it's become kind of like marketed as this cornerstone of millennial womanhood. And I just feel like because of that, it's turned into all these things that it's totally not, like rosé vodka, rosé tequila, rosé cider, but it's a pretty specific thing. So it's red grapes, like Pinot Noir, Grenache, Mourvedre, done in a short, like brief maceration. And at most, for something like Tavel, it'd be like 24 hours. Does everybody know what maceration is, by the way, before I say that? Otherwise, I'm going to keep saying that, and people are going to have some really, like, disturbing misconceptions about how wine is made. So basically, it's just the skins in with the juice. So it's like affecting the color, it's affecting the structure of the wine. So like Barolo, a red wine, it could be like 30 days, 50 days. But anyway, so yeah, that's what rosé is, just red wine, short maceration. The other thing is a little more insidious, and I think the general problem, I'm going to talk about a specific product, but it's just like kind of the American marketing machine has decided that the only way to get the typical red state American man to consume anything other than Bud Light is is to just like really grab them by the balls and just like force feed them some kind of like Happy Meals boy toy like bullshit. And this is the example of that. It's called Man Can. And I could not paraphrase what's on this can. I have to just read it to you. Okay. Thought up by a guy who lives in an old firehouse, walks to work with his dog, has 2 bikes and a trike, wanted to move beyond stemware. At Man Can, we believe wine is for drinking, not for pairing. And our notes, that's in quotation marks for some reason, are more rock than classical. Crush one at the game. Throw one in your back pocket on a camping trip. Who can fit a 12-ounce can in their back pocket comfortably? Or pop one open at your favorite dive bar. Man Can. Shut up and drink. America. Shut up and drink. Of all the fucking like macho insecure bullshit, like our tasting notes are more like Dodge Ram and suck my dick. Anyway, thank you.
America.
That was Ryan with a new commercial pitch for Ram cars.
Hell, I could fit a whole 6-pack in my pockets if I had to. Sneak it into a concert, you know. I can fit one more in there.
I mean, see, I'm not educated when it comes to wines and stuff, but I
Me
do
either.
help stock them. And there's like actually one with like an old 1800s mug shot on it. Yep. You know which one I'm talking about. Oh, okay.
Australian.
Tom's going, yeah!
That's the owner of the
Criminals,
winery.
yeah! Oh, shit.
Of course. Luis,
There you go.
Knights, come
Thanks,
back.
Louise. Hey, thanks for coming out. Enjoyed your
Louise,
music.
thank you.
Hey, $10, you two. Cough it up. Let's go.
Of course, there'd be a Snoop Dogg version.
Okay. I was gonna make a comment on that.
He's doing. He's plugging commercials now for that auto insurance. What's that company? Where your auto warranty wears out and No, not the General. It's like if you can get it for your car and it covers your repairs for your car. Snoop Dogg and Ice-T, I think, or I don't know. Forget what I'm saying. Continue.
So coming up next, this is another voice that I haven't heard from in a long while. Actually, a long while in person.
Long person?
Yes, exactly.
This is true. This is true because she has been participating on the virtual stage, which is usually lit up with faces right now. But
nobody's
Reggie's
online
here,
today because everyone's
and
here.
Tom is here, and we still don't know where Birdman ran off with that money.
I messaged him. I think he left the country.
He put it in a Swiss bank account.
But yeah, so that's why the monitor. Usually, folks, that on that monitor there, people that join us via Skype will show up on that monitor, and we can see and hear each other, and it's kind of cool. But everyone's here today.
But just so to let you all know how glad we are to see each other. When I first saw her, she body slammed me with a hug.
And I
now your ribs are bruised.
And I noticed she made it a point to show me up and look much better than me. So
I know.
I do have to say though, sometimes her video connection wasn't that great. But her audio was always crystal clear.
yeah. It was louder than everybody else's.
But
yeah, we could still hear. So.
But enough about that. Let's hear it from the lady herself. We have Miss Rayla.
I like my new subs. Here's Rayla.
Nice. I like that one. Oh man, it's been so long since I've been up here. I wanted to talk about magic, like the kind of magic we believed in when we were kids, and the kind of magic that I've come to start believing in the last year in the pandemic. You know, most people are saying like, you know, if I ask them like, what did you do in the pandemic? Oh, you know, I was in the fetal position, had a few panic attacks, you know, that's what I did. I'm like, oh. And they're like, what did you do? I'm like, oh, I learned to be a psychic. But yeah, I was that weird kid. I thought I could control the wind, so I would like dance around in the wind when I was a kid. I liked meditating as a kid. I would go out and sit in the middle of the forest and just kind of be in silence. But yeah, I mean, you can easily believe that you can do those kind of things when you're a kid. And I stopped believing in that magic because, you know, you're surrounded by people who tell you you can't or you shouldn't, or they make you feel like you're too much or you're not enough. And I realized in this last year, intuition development, anybody can do it. And it really, you have to come face to face with your demons. And I realized my biggest one has been, thinking that people don't want to hear me. and I've had my voice silenced my entire life up until about 4.5 years ago, when I went no contact with my entire family. But yeah, this past 1.5 years, I've been doing intuition development, and so I did a few courses, and I've also, anyway, maybe I should just tell a story about kind of what's been going on. So recently I met somebody online, and one of the things that you're supposed to do is tell yourself, like, I am psychic. And like whatever you want to be, you have to say that over and over. So of course on my profile to like make these online friends, I put, yeah, I'm psychic. And so I started talking to this girl, and she's like, oh, so you're psychic, so what have you seen about me? I'm like, oh, I don't do that. I don't tune in unless, you want me to. I need your permission. And she's like, okay, go ahead. Like, what can you see about me? And I didn't know this person at all. But I just decided to tune in, and I think everything unfolded really, really fast. I suddenly saw a story unfold in my head about this woman that I'd never met before. And it was her and we were sitting in the middle of a city against a building, and we were just pointing out the blue of the sky and all the noises of the city around us, and we were just in awe of the poetry of the life around us. Meanwhile, everybody else was just rushing off to their 9-to-5 jobs, always in a hurry, not looking at the things around them, and she was just speaking in poetry, all these beautiful things that she noticed because she's a highly sensitive person and an empath, and she just wanted to see and experience the world around her and share that. And so she told me all of these things, and I got so excited. I stood up and I was like, you need to share this. You need to share this with everybody. And I pulled on her arm, and when I did, you guys seen Charlie Brown? You know, the little dust ball kid, like Pigpen? Yeah, Pigpen. She just had this dust cloud around her. She was dirty, and she felt dirty, and she didn't want to be around anybody. And she's like, no, I can't. And she was in front of her house all of a sudden, like, no, I have to be at home. And I was like, well, it's just dirt. Like, just go take a shower. But you could tell that she thought that it was hers, as if she was a poisoned apple. She grew that way. And I'm like, no, all you have to do is just go take a shower. And so then it panned over to her at the side of the bathtub, and she was bathing her inner child and singing to her. And she told me that she was a singer. That was one of the only things that I knew about her. But she was singing to her inner child as she was bathing her. Well, I texted all of this to her. We hadn't really talked other than texting. I texted it all to her, terrified. And she texted me back and she said, I'm crying right now. I was raped when I was 8 years old, and I have felt dirty around every single person who's ever touched me, because when I was 8 years old, not only was I raped, but I also contracted herpes. I have never been able to be close to another person without worrying that I'm dirty and unlovable, and that nobody wants to hear everything that I have to say. And it was that experience that made me realize I am psychic, and I can make a difference in this world. And I keep watching the magic unfold tonight. Just every single person who comes up here and shares their magic, it just made my heart overflow. And I miss this community so much, because this is the first place that I got to hear my real voice again. I love everybody here. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for Rayla.
Rayla! Alrighty, eat, drink,
Be merry.
get muffins.
Spend money, buy shit.
There's even bananas up there. eat people. Come
Oh,
on.
don't, let's not talk about Banana Gate.
Oh, no. Let's not go into Banana Gate.
It's a long story.
Okay, continue. Who is coming up next?
Coming up next.
At 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. $20, guys.
So, another new person, I believe.
Is it a new voice?
I think so.
See, you all didn't realize this, but Reggie's actually driving back tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He drove all the way back here
He's
to come to the
crossing
show.
a couple time zones, but he came here to be with us.
And he's driving directly back. That's how hardcore he is.
Oh, we miss you, Reggie.
No, I don't know. I don't know where he's going.
Mr. President.
Future President of the United States, Mr. Reginald Goodwin.
Yes, he needs it. We need Reggie Goodwin in the White House. Go ahead.
So, new...
Oh, wait. Oh.
I'm going to ask him, new voice or no? Yeah.
New voice!
Let's hear it for Eric G.
Da-da-da. It's Eric G's.
What is up, Kick Butt Coffee? How y'all doing tonight?
Is it plugged in?
Yes.
Oh, you need the... Okay, hold on. Stand by.
So what's everybody drinking? What you drinking, sir? Some Dos Equis? Shit. Y'all drinking coffee at this hour? It's late as hell. Y'all are savages for that shit.
Okay.
Yo.
It's getting hot up in here.
My name is Eric G. I make a lot of music. I have a Latin pop group with my brother called Kid Brothers, but I'm not going to be playing that right now. Just shouts out, Kid Brothers. Shouts out to all the performers. Thanks for the host, sound guy, bartenders, everybody that's here. Appreciate y'all. Like a dog, I get lost without you. When I'm found, I'll stay closer now. When I want, don't need to sleep yet. Like a dog, I get lost, I need this. I remember, in fact, rolled up on my lap. We stayed under blankets, it kept us warm. Remember and fine, we finished the wine. Yeah, we kissed in the night, it kept us warm. am. Down. Like a little dog, I get very lost without you. Hope you're never gone, 'cause when I'm alone, I doubt who I ever was. But you know, I can't help that you know. If you go, then I'll go, then I'll go. Can't help it, I know what I know. But if you go, then I'll go, then I'll go. I don't wanna go, I don't wanna go, yeah. Thank you guys. It's my first open mic, so bear with me.
Your very first open mic, really?
Yeah. I've used with this material for sure. So this song is a little bit late. It's called Late Night. It's another little pop jazz song for you guys. Thank you all for all the love. I'm open to what you would want to say at this hour. Late night. I'm open to what you would want to do at this hour. Late night. Leave that for tomorrow, you. There are things we can never do late night. I'll find me a better you. Better yet, find me. Late night. Alone all up in my room. Wondering of what you do late. Thank you guys. Once again, shouts out to the bartender, shouts out to the host and the sound guy, killing it. Love y'all. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, give it up for Eric G.
It's Eric G.
We have had quite a collection of musicians tonight.
I was actually dancing on that first song.
I know.
Jazz. Okay, continue.
So, coming up next, he is returning to the stage.
Returning.
The return of.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry.
And he's only getting better. Let's hear it for Chris Tan.
I am only getting better because the room and the energy in this room is getting better. We start off with like balloons and bubbles. It felt like an acid trip just from the get-go. And the high has not stopped. Oh yeah, I'm about to peak actually. Guys, in college, I learned about this fetish where you can be attracted to intelligence. It's called yellow fever. Right? Pretty cool. I know, man. I found out when I was teaching chemistry. And then I lost my virginity. Pretty cool. They say racism is terrible. It's true. Unless it gets you pussy. Then that's good racism. Oh my God. And every black guy with like a white girlfriend's like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Bet. That's how I met Brenda. And now, it's crazy to think that like intelligence can actually get you laid, because now every Asian's going up to white girls like, all right, I got 4 inches, just like my GPA. I can solve for X, baby. I'll find the G. I got you. And I know what you guys are thinking now. Like, what about the Asian kids who are homeschooled? Good question. They're like, man, if I get into Harvard, mom's going to fuck me. But if I don't get into Harvard, she's going to kill me. I got to fuck my mom. That's a predicament, man. That is terrifying. My brother, he's very smart, but he's like too smart. Now he's like got an STD, so we call him chlamydia. I guess what I want you guys to take away from this bit is I'm not a chink. I'm your kink. Yeah. Ladies, how are we going to stop Asian hate? It's a group effort. We got to work together. No guys, though. Sexist. Nah. This is just me being woke. You trying to get canceled right now? Even though you're wearing a yellow outfit, I'm not going to give you the yellow card. You're not going to get a pass. Speaking of social activism, last year I would go out to the protest, and I met this girl. She was a black girl, and we hit it off. We were like talking about like politics, life, and like philosophy. And that night we solved racism. That's got to be the most woke way of saying we fucked. In bed, we kept playing the same song over and over. You know, sister, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. We're not making love. We're making honey, baby. Man, if we had a threesome with a white guy, that would be social justice on Tempur-Pedic. I think you're my man. White guy in a yellow outfit. That is a guy who can participate and film at the same time. And then you can jump in, you'll be like, cut. Let's see. I was at the grocery store with my grandma, and I found $250 in cash. No wallet, no purse, no ID. It was just pure cash, and I picked it up, and then my grandma, she took it. She said, that's bad luck. God is watching you. That's bad luck. That was the moment I became an atheist. What the hell, man? That's a lot of money, man. It's true, though. It is bad luck. I punched her right after that. What the fuck? Religion. God told her, when you find money on the ground, return that to the temple. Now I believe that religion's a Ponzi scheme. That is just full circle right there, right? Dude, that's a kick in the balls, man. Oh, I'm still pissed about that. Oh, my God. I'm glad you guys are laughing. It actually, it happened 2 days ago, and I could have so much, guac at Chipotle for the next 2 months. I could splurge. Oh. I'm looking at my notes from earlier, and it just says chink. Who came up here and wrote this? Who did? Who's trying to get... Yeah. Oh, my God. I was at a bar, and I saw a big buff black guy go home with a tiny Asian girl. My first thought was, nice. That means more white girls. That's good. I'm going to swoop in and capitalize. Keep watching anime and hentai, dude. I'm going to swoop in. Black guys oh my God. I don't even like white girls that much. I just like them because, black guys, y'all got, a monopoly on white girls. It's just not fair, man. I need a shot at rebranding interracial porn. It's just not fair. Give me a shot, man. Y'all are drowning in pussy. That's why you can't swim. Oh, did we hit... Oh, no. Damn. All right, it's a compliment. Double-edged sword there. I'll hold off there. I thought if I could enter with the chink jokes, then I could switch to another race. Maybe I just have to keep saying chink, and then I'll move to Puerto Ricans then. I don't know. Oh, my God, man. Sometimes in this digital age, I get in my head, you see, all these amazing things that people do, like Forbes, 30 under 30, doing amazing things. And then I get mad at myself, man, I haven't done anything yet. I haven't started a revolution. I haven't, done anything to, impact the world. And, but then I think, the internet is, magical, but, sometimes in a toxic way. It's so, I feel like it was so much easier back then, pre-internet to, accomplish something because, you could focus entirely on it. There's no TikTok. There's no Pornhub. You can just focus entirely on whatever you were doing. It would have been so much harder for Abraham Lincoln to, end slavery if he had TikTok.
right? Dude, like, I got to work on the 13th Amendment, but these girls from Michigan got fat asses. I can't work. I can't. And then Sigmund Freud would be like, damn, I want to research all my patients fucking my parents, but all this stepmom porn, man, this is good stuff. Why do I have to keep on working? Thanks for hanging with me there. We got a little bit dicey at times. I think the height of this little acid trip was when I said chink and then I switched races. I will end on a classist joke, though, about money and power. Money and power. This is a quote from two people, a hippie and a rich guy at the same time. I don't need to worry about money. Okay, all right. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Not responsible if he's found stabbed in the parking lot later.
Let's hear it for Chris Tan. Being able to walk that edge.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Razor's edge, damn, man.
Who's coming up next?
So.
Okay, how many? Okay, how many do we have left? 4. Okay.
92 people left.
We're doing good. Oh my God. This has been
$10. $10. Hey.
This has
$10.
been Ernie B.
Next week.
Ernie B. This has been a talent-packed night. I'm breathless. I don't know what to say, but I want to see who's coming up next.
I think there's another new voice.
Do you mean another new voice?
That sucked.
I know.
Yes. So,
yes, it did.
Coming up next, we have Elizabeta.
Woo!
Boots and pants and 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 boots and pants boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Hello. Okay. My real name, Elisabetta. I was born in Italy. A little bit about myself. 52. And I have daddy issues still. Good thing about being 52 is I am out of the dating world. I'm engaged. Don't ever have to worry about going out with that guy. Woo!
Touché.
Things have changed. Yes. I just realized today, I moved to Austin in 94. That was when I was 26, and I just realized tonight that was half of my life ago. So that's kind of scary. As I said, I have daddy issues, and I'm a writer, a new writer. I just decided to start writing at 50. And, so it gives me a lot of material. What can I say? Oh, yeah. So I moved to Austin in 94, and I was born in Italy. I moved to Venezuela when I was 9, started school in Indiana, and then went to Tennessee, and then moved to Austin. And nobody warned me about the South Austin womanizer Babas. So I went to 6th Street and met my ex-husband, and married him after 3 months. That was smart. And anyway, so I wrote a little poem about how I divorced him, or how I left him 20 years later. And
Your story sounds like my story. Down to the year, the age, and everything.
awesome.
I was going to say.
So anyway, I'm going to start reading and see where this goes. No surprises here. This one's called To Dad, and it was published in the Dead Mule School of Southern Literature. It's an online publication. It says, To Dad. In Port Aransas, Texas, it was hot that evening, palms wet, night of flip-flops and white. The bar, packed perfume and sweat, seemed older than usual, worn out. There was too much smoke in my throat. sitting in that green poker room trying to keep up with John, like there used to be in your car. It smelled like you. So I left him there and made my way to the sunken bowl. Rhythm and blues played, made my body move from the core out. Immersed in those people, I weaved a song. An imperceptible cottonness came about me then, a hush imposed on clatter. The air turned crystal, faded the smoke. It was an impossible moment. It would have been appropriate for the movement for others to freeze too. Instead, I saw that with intact clarity, all about me move. The man's hand crawled. A woman aged in her body. One young boy nursed vacancy. A wife, a girlfriend, a husband. 4 men snickered in bright Magellan, tanless raccoon eyes. I saw in the still of the fogless air, lights twinkling clear, in quiet motion and the clarity of shame, I saw. I thought I must walk out of this place. And it was the first time I had considered leaving a place like this. And it was important because I said to myself, there was no way I was going to do this one more day. I saw and I thought, damn me, I cannot do this one more day. The music resumed, the fog and the sweat, the reek of fished meals enmeshed with the stench of depravity, my body motionless in a sea of them, and I thought of you. I walked outside and noticed my feet standing on the ground, covered in sand even there. I looked back at the bar where I pretended to play poker. I did not tell John I was leaving or that I was walking home that night. The kids were probably still up, and I thought I might ask them to go out for a walk on the beach. That's it.
Let's hear for Elizabeth.
Cats and boots and 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 cats and boots and
Yes.
cats and boots and cats.
I had to compare notes. I was like, if you're a Gemini, I'm going to freak out. Because, I mean, she moved up to Austin the same year I did. She was married to her ex for the same amount of years. I'm like, and we're the same age. I'm like, what's going on here? Parallel lives here. Okay, lost in thought. Yeah.
And you were both born in Italy.
No.
No.
Anyway,
Oh.
and I
Dallas.
And I just noticed his shirt. So, coming up next, let's hear it for Mike Jones.
This is me on the trombone. Okay, no, it's not. It's not me.
Do I get my choice of mics? That one? No digital magic flows from my hand. I'm an old-fashioned soul. I'm an analog man. A 1 and a 0 are still 10 to me. There's no random access to my memory. I'm forever a child of the manual age. I write with a pen, putting ink on a page, and I don't care if Twitter is all the rage or if my cursive script looks like a rune. I have books on a shelf and a clock on the wall and a phone that hangs on a hook in the hall. It rings with a bell when I get a call. No buzzers or chirps or synthesized tunes. With the blade of a saw, with hammer and nails, mechanical linkages and blueprint details, I make my way with the tools that I grip, not by the tap or the touch of my fingertip. I stand on a foundation of concrete and steel and move by the power of gears, cogs, and wheels. There's a line of causation. I can see what is real in a solidified world of substance and certainty. I feel the roll and the pitch at the helm. My ship doesn't sail in a virtual realm. I taste the salt in the spray of our dying sea. spared not by illusory dreams in the circuitry. I'm an analog man, and I know what is real. I can tell by the touch, the smell, taste, and feel. And I'll never carry my brain in my hand or my soul in a chip. I'm an analog man. This one's called Looking for Magic, or sometimes you look for magic, but you only find sleight of hand. Still, it's hard to distinguish miracles from illusions when you're watching the show. The finger that points the way also misdirects you. A bump or a nudge, an alluring smile, and the next thing you know, you've taken the bait. Somebody steals your wallet, or worse yet, your heart, or even your soul, only to leave you wrung out and hung out, stiff, unwanted, ragged, and dirty like a sweaty old shirt drying on the line in the polluted winds of an unfamiliar city. All you can do then is follow the signs to P.T. Barnum's Great Egress. After the show is over, you realize you were conned. It was all smoke and mirrors, and the shadowy figure in the fog was your own reflection. But who turned on the fog machine? Who set up the mirrors? What mysterious stranger opened the door and invited you into the hall? Your very existence is a miracle in itself, no matter how you try to explain it. But when you find yourself drawn into somebody's drama, you hardly notice the pickpocket stealing your dreams. And yet, you have no choice. Somebody else set the stage, and you're duty-bound to play your part. No matter who you are, you're fated to be an actor in someone else's show. Follow the flow past the game booths, the freak shows, and the fortune tellers until you realize you're only following old P.T. Barnum's sign, until you realize that you aren't really a player on the stage, but a spectator watching life go by. The fire door closes with a clunk and you stand in the alley alone. Shit. Life is grand, but no matter what peaks you climb, what oceans you cross, what whitewater rapids you shoot as you traverse the wilderness, you still wind up in the alley with the fire door closing behind you.
Yes, let's hear it for Mike Jones.
I like that. I like that analog man.
Me too.
That was
Me
cool.
too.
And because I can totally relate. Well, a lot of us can totally relate. But I start engineering. I started back on the old, like my old producer used to call it, the old coal burners, the big old mixing desk consoles with racks of equipment on the side, 2-inch tape machines, reel to reel, that had to be calibrated, in order to run correctly. And it was a pain in the ass, but it sounded great.
And I remember I had taken some radio, TV broadcasting classes in the early 90s. And my favorite editing was analog. I sucked at digital. So could that be a sign?
I still have an Akai, Akai or TIAC, quarter-inch reel-to-reel machine, 10-inch reels. That still works.
Okay, we still got some people left.
Okay, we still got some people left. Come on, Lost in Thought.
Coming up next.
So coming up next. Not only he's a new voice.
New voice.
And I have to give him credit because he's been waiting patiently this entire time.
He's been here since last Thursday.
He hasn't been bitching or anything like that?
Well, not to me.
No, because he ducked when he threw.
I haven't heard anything.
He ducked when he threw the knife. Yeah, so.
But let's hear it for Sam Choate.
I like how this machine is iPad controlled. When I play the music, there's actually a little cassette in there. And when you hit play, the little wheels, the hubs turn and stuff to make it look like an actual cassette. Analog man. I have come to save the day with my reel-to-reel.
That's to make you feel good. You're like, oh man, this has vibe.
Yeah.
Why does this have so much vibe right now? It's the picture of the analog cassette tape.
It is.
Yeah. Cool. Well, like they said, my name's Sam Choate. I'm here from Lubbock tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It is. I've been wanting to come to Austin for a long time, and of course, for a good year, there was absolutely nothing to do. Everything was closed, and I was also simultaneously unemployed and broke. So finally, my friend and I, Diego back there, with the luscious long black hair, got a nice paying gig over in Hutto, enough money to come chill in Austin for a couple days and hit up the music scene. So here we are. So the whole idea is hopefully I can scare up some gigs around town and make some friends. Oh, hey, if there's a reason that you're leaving home, let me tell you how I'm feeling all alone. And I don't care if you let me go. Wish you could see me like you did back then. Look me in the eye, tell me when I'm acting like my daddy again. Oh, say the word and I'll be gone. What's the use in holding on? Ha! If you could do better, just move on. Just move on. Just move on. And the money only goes so far. Standing at the bank with a broken heart and leaving in a fancy car. Wish you could love me like you did back then, before you really knew who I am. No, nothing more than any man. No, say the word and I'll be gone. What's the use in holding on? If you could do better, just move on. Just move on. La 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 la. Hey. Cause the hardest part is letting go of something that you'll never be. What you are is beautiful, but what I need is to be free. Take your time. Take your time and go. Just move on. Just move on. Just move on. Oh, say the word and I'll be
Cheers, guys. Thank you. That was a song of mine I wrote called Just Move On. It used to be called Come Again, but then I changed it because it got confusing with another song that I had written that literally had the words Come Again in it. And it didn't make any sense, so I didn't want to confuse people. But that one's not out just yet. I do have a couple songs out on... actually, it's official. I have a few songs now. It's more than a couple. It's 3 out on Spotify, Apple Music out there. So if you like that song, you can check out the other stuff that I've got out. I just released one back on May 21st. It's a little more like, kind of like Weezer-ish, Green Day-ish, like rock and roll, kind of alt rock, that kind of vibe. But I'm trying to release some new music here very soon. I want to keep going. Here's another one I wrote. It's called Last Thing on Your Mind. And it's about choosing to be in a relationship with somebody that fucking sucks, but just because they're hot. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just a weird fucking gray area. It's like, kind of sucks, but every once in a while, it's pretty dope. Oh, and there is a little bit of crowd participation in it as well. We'll get to that. Sitting at an empty table wondering why I'm here, staring at an open book I've read so many times before, and there must be something that I'm missing, but it's just not here. Like the taste of your lips when you're whispering a kiss in my ear. Why don't you tell me why I'm here? I want you, but it's just not fair. 'Cause you make me feel like I'm the last thing on your mind. Whoa, da 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 dum dum dum. Wishing on an empty glass. Here's a toast to you. So I was sort of hoping we could make it last, but you never come through. And there must be something that I'm missing, but it's just not you. Oh, it's the taste of the lips that I wanna be kissing that goes down smooth. Why don't you tell me what to do? I want you, and I want you too. 'Cause you make me feel like I'm the last thing on your mind. Whoa, da 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 dum dum dum. All right, this is the crowd participation part. The moment we've all been waiting for, I know. It's super easy though. It's nothing super crazy. It just goes like this. Whoa, whoa, yeah. right now. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Y'all are already in a league of your own. It usually takes a couple more times. Whoa, whoa, yeah. All right, let's get one more time. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Now one time, let's get loud for the weekend. 2, 3, 4. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Hey, last time. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Nice. You know, I heard one voice above everybody else's. That's awesome. That's very encouraging. Cause you make me feel like I'm the last thing on your mind. Thank you guys very much. I've got shirts and stickers for sale if y'all want to help me get back to Lubbock. And also, don't forget, hit up those mimosas and Bloody Marys at the bar. We got plenty of alcohol still left to drink for the night. The night is still young. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, mighty fine that was there.
Thank you, thank you.
Pretty, that one. Pretty is what pretty does. Don't take no wooden nickels. Takes people like you to make people like me. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Keep smiling. Don't take no wooden nickels.
Let's hear it for Sam Choate. Very good, awesome musician, and even plugged the bar at the end, which is cool.
Thank you.
Plug in
All
the
right.
bar.
Lost in thought. Who is closing out the night? Oh, and before you leave, go get yourself a giant cookie or a muffin.
Yes.
They're delicious.
You know what?
What?
Well, I was going to say, Tom Moon ninja'd on me. He ninja'd out.
Yep, that's Tom Moon.
And
I didn't see him
I didn't
leave.
even go to the bathroom, and I missed him.
Yeah, he ninja'd. I gotta give him hell about that.
That's just Tom.
Okay, that's Tom. He's the.
But but he's dressed entirely in yellow. How could you miss him leaving the room?
Anyway, lost
Anyway.
in thought. Who is closing out the night?
Closing out our night, the last voice of tonight. Let's hear it for Crimson Sandy.
Good night, Kick Butt Coffee. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Am I loud enough? Yeah. Okay, I got like a couple short ones.
Yeah.
And then
Point,
I got
point,
a
point the
couple-
microphone up a little bit. There
A
you go.
couple longer ones. I wouldn't say they're all poetry. I do consider myself a poet of sorts, but some of this is just like philosophy or one thing or another. But I'm just gonna go ahead and run into it. This piece is called "Where Did I Get Away with Myself?" It's very short. I wish I wasn't such a piece of shit at a doorstep, preaching disorder before peace in my protest. I broke that right off on my right knee. Now I can't bleed because bees sting once. Honey, this shit ain't as sweet as it seems. It's real life out here amongst the beehive. So behave to be alive or cease to see like the science of silence. I say, turn the snares down. Listen to my heartbeat. Isn't that a soothing sound? Give me a second.
lost in this phone sometimes. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm a mess. This piece is called The Frailty of Humanity. Just listen to it. You'll get where I'm going with it. Y'all are smart people. What scientists want you to believe is that we all start as numbers in the nothingness of the neon oblivion we refer to as space. Once we beat that stage, we become strings pulling on space to be moved to make room for our own existence. How selfish. Once the space has been made for us, we become self-aware. We begin to perceive the numbers that build us. Perception is simply our ability to comprehend time and space on each of the 4 dimensions. We exist as the phone line that connects the two in providing communication of what is, what can be, and what was, which should be the pattern in which time should be addressed. The present predicts the future by recalling the past, using the 4 progression of imagination. I suppose to say it is foresight, predicating the significance of all future points of observation by using evidence, hard evidence. The frailty of humanity is that we exist to observe time because we come from it, making it the Father. It's just a matter of time before we decide what is evidence, whom is the child of Mother Nature, truth. Man's only purpose is to see for the Father so that he can write the future, which he then returns to us as provisions for our participation. That is, if you listen to what the facts say. Who knew scientists were so religious? Okay, I got some old shit, like some real old shit. I want to say, I wrote this, like, let me see. One more? One more? Yes, sir. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I got kind of a long one. Is that cool? All right. Bear with me. I promised my mom I wouldn't perform this unless she was in the audience, but I need y'all for rehearsal, so help me out here. If it sucks, give me a boo, but if you feeling it, a snap, a clap, whatever it is that you got going on, it works. Anybody ever loved somebody? Okay, I knew I would get something from that, so bear with me. This is called To Whom It May Concern. If these are my last moments, I want to say I love you, to whom it may concern. Others might love you, but this is a love like no other. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. God created me to rival his love for you, and I damn near had him beat. If only he wouldn't have made me so fallible and flawed. Speaking of my sins, I love you. So I speak these riddles in attempts to solve your money problems. These words aren't famous yet, so I'm still broke. Quite like my heart, my pockets are in pieces. I still live like a celebrity, though, because I starve myself of peace by writing these words into a song of my life story to sing to strangers, inviting them in to judge me as if they've seen the truth that lies between the lies of these lines. Picture this. I haven't even shown them the script, but they are still getting the picture. That's what a poem is, though, pouring out everything in me through these words until people can't help but to feel where I'm coming from. The heart. See, I say these words because I just want you to see that I'm saying something real. I still get the feeling you won't miss me until you realize you've been missing out on a lot. Like you won't like me until I'm flat on my back, long gone, or you won't love me until my will is written, leaving you behind all the treasures that this hard work has discovered. See, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I've seen that punchline coming for quite some time. Guess what, though? I learned to roll with those punches a long time ago. And I'm okay with that because I'll fight for love until my last breath and then some when I awaken to the afterlife, because death can't do us part. Damn. I'm jealous of the way you're loved, but not really. I'm just trying to make these words reflect how my right hand writes what I think of you. It's possessed by something more powerful than my own consciousness as it subconsciously acts to illustrate and articulate the way this shit comes oozing out at the seams of my soul. It seems ordained. So I take great pride in hearing you sing, oh my God, through the tremors of broken whispers into my ear like it's a secret, because who else could be responsible for this kind of feeling? I told you I take pride in my craft. And I'm just trying to make you proud of the way I play with words for your pleasure, because the pleasure is all mine. Pains me that you just ignore them. And unlike you, this pain doesn't come, then go. It stays overnight and keeps me company through my restlessness as I roam the maze in my mind in search of ways to amaze you with the way I can lead you to a thought that isn't even yours and make you nurture it like an adopted child and love it like your own so that we can co-parent these ideas and raise them into actions together so that you can see that I'm just trying to make these words mean more than their definitions. Like I means me, like love mean unconditional adoration, like you means soulmate. See, I'm just trying to match these metaphors to my perception of you. Boastful and beautiful and one of a kind, perfect and perfectly flawed and always on my mind, always loved and always on time. I'm really just trying to make these similes seem similar to your spirit, but your personality is so hard to pin down on paper that it feels impossible to be original. Because like they say, there's nothing new under the sun, yet every day you're just so refreshing, like a breath of fresh air, or a hot shower, or a beach breeze in the summer. You see, I'm just trying to make these comparisons contrast with your character. I just want to show the world your colors with these statements. I'd say it's purple, like my heart, because you are my queen and I will hurt or die for you. And you know I already like due to marriage, so my heart hurts all the time. So I got to get these words off my chest to feel better. You know I wear my heart on my sleeve, though, so I got to write this stuff down. I got to tattoo my thoughts onto these pages to remind myself to tell these tender-hearted people that true love hurts every day. Not just sometimes, like they say. Time heals all, as they say. Time will tell you the truth. Believe me when I say my heart tells no tall tales, when I take the time to tell you that I'm just trying to rhyme these words with your soul. But you're just so timeless. So in case I run out of opportunities, I think it's time I tell you the truth. My love for you has come to life with a mind of its own. It calls itself I. It dwells in my heart, possesses my brain, and controls my body. I'm just saying, how can I not love you like this? Listen. I'm just trying to let these letters let you know I love you. To whom it may concern.
Yes, let's hear it for Crimson Sandy. And to answer your question, Crimson, yes, that was a good piece.
That was an incredible piece, and that was the old shit.
I have to say,
Very excellent old shit.
watching from Minnesota, Molly, forgive me if I butcher your last name, Christopher?
Molly Christopher.
She was saying, bravo, holy shit. She enjoyed your piece. And to the musician sitting behind me, I forgot your name.
Sam.
Sam. Yeah, were you talking about moving back or
He wants to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she goes, don't go back. She says, just go to Minnesota. She said, okay. He said, book him, and he'll go and play in Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I know it's an incredible night when I'm just like breathless running up and down the stairs. That's like a friggin' Stairmaster there. And thank you for all the amazing talent, for sharing with us. That you guys are what makes this open mic great.
Yes.
And nobody said nothing. Okay. Hey, guys, it's y'all.
It's you.
Let's hear it for yourselves.
Let's hear it for you. Yay.
There we go.
We wouldn't be
Okay.
here without you.
Okay, should we do the thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You have been witness to the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic. It is a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Mike. Thank you and good night.
Clapping loudly from Minnesota for every act. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Good night, everyone. Thank you.